Hello dear children, let's start our today's lesson. The theme of our today's lesson is the lost world. In today's lesson, we'll watch the video and identify the theme of the lesson, learn some adjectives to describe the characters of the story, read for specific information, develop and personalize the topic. Now first watch this video and tell what it's about.
At the dawn of the last century, a band of explorers searched for a prehistoric world. Driven by ambition, secret desires, a thirst for adventure, and seeking the ultimate story, they are befriended by an untamed beauty. Stranded in a strange and savage land, each day is a desperate search for a way out of the lost world.
This is insane.
Now what is the video about? Now let's answer the questions. Do you know that? What is the name of the author of the story? When and where was he born? What was his profession? What are the titles of his famous books? Now let's learn about the author of the story, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. He was born on the 22nd of May in 1859 in Edinburgh. He was a British writer and a physician. First, he studied medicine and he was a doctor at a hospital. While studying, Doyle began writing short stories, and his main characters were Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. And these stories were in the field of crime fiction. Doyle was also a prolific writer. He also wrote fantasy and science fiction stories about Professor Challenger, and these stories made him to be popular all over the world. Now, let's learn some adjectives to describe the characters. Charming, lovely, kind, amazing, wonderful, gentle, horrible, generous, wealthy, huge, enormous. Now write down these words into your vocabularies and learn it by heart. Now let's introduce with the main characters of the story. They are Gladys Hungerton, Professor Summerlee, Mr. MC Adel, Professor Challenger, Mr. Ned Malone, and Lord John Croxton. Now your task is to describe the characters using only adjectives. Say only one adjective. Good job. Now let's do the next task. Open your books, page 122, exercise 2. Read the descriptions of the characters and match them to the pictures. You have some time. Now let's check. The first, Gladys Hungerton. Yes, you are right. It's paragraph 2. She is beautiful with large soft eyes and long hair. She has a sweet smile and she wants to marry a famous man. The next is Professor Summerlee. Quite right. Paragraph 6. He's a tall, thin, grey, unsmiling man. He's a professor at a university and he wants to write a book. He doesn't believe that Professor Challenger found dinosaurs in South America. Next character is Mr. MC Adel. Very good. Paragraph 5. He's an old Scottish man with white hair. He's got a round, red face and a kind voice. He's the news editor of the Daily Gazette newspaper. The next character is Professor Challenger. Quite right, paragraph 1 is the answer. He's a famous zoologist from Scotland. He's got a big head, a big body, and hairy hands. He's got deep grey eyes and a big blue-black beard. Many people say he's a liar. So now he hits anybody who asks him questions. Next character is Mr. Ned Malone. Very good. Paragraph 3 is the answer. He's a young and a brave reporter with blonde hair. He's in love with a beautiful young lady, and he wants to win the young lady's love by going on an adventure. The last character is Lord John Roxton. Paragraph 4 is the answer. He's a tall, thin man with red hair. He's a famous traveler and sportsman, and is strong with light blue eyes. Good job, very good. Now, let's play a game. Who says what? You should find the name of the character by their sayings. The first, I have a feeling that you are going to ask me to marry you, Ned. Please don't. Gladys Hungerton. Second, do you think that you could possibly send me somewhere with a lot of adventure and danger? Ned Malone. Wait a minute, I have an idea. Why don't you go and see Professor Challenger? Mr. MC Adolf. Ah, there it is. I used that tree to find my way last time. Lord John Roxton. Professor Challenger, I really am deeply sorry. Professor Summerlee. The sixth, I've only ever seen that once before. It was at the Great De Beer Diamond Mine in Australia. Professor Challenger. Good job. Let's pass over the next task. Now, this task was given to you for your home task. You've read extract of the story at home. Now, let's memorize. Now, if you memorized everything, let's do this task. Using information from the text, tick each row to show whether each statement is true or false. You have some time. Now, Lord John saw the dinosaur track first. It's true. Professor Summerlee has faked the evidence. It's false. Professor Challenger worries that people won't believe them. That's true. Gladys calls Professor Challenger a liar. That's false. They are all frightened of the iguanodons. False. And the last is Ned Malone finds a lake and gives it the name Lake Gladys. That's true. Now, the last task is writing. The group of travelers met some ape men in the Amazon forest in South America. Now your task is to write what other strange things do you think they saw. Use the adjectives and all the new words about this story. Now let's summarize our today's lesson. We watched the video and identified the theme of the lesson, learned some adjectives, described the main characters of the story, read a short extract of the story, and did some exercises. Now your home task will be, you'll do a test on Darn Online. Goodbye, children.